I'm David Furones alongside Andre Fernandez with another edition of the Miami Herald High School Football Gridiron Report at Matter Academy. All right, Andre, we have another slate of games to get to this week. I disagreed with you on one pick last week, and it happened to be one that I got wrong, you got right.
So what was it, the NMB game?
The NMB game, yeah.
Jeff Bertani, man, they didn't let me down.
I'll know for next time now. I can't go against Jeff Bertani. But let's get right to it. We start down south, the bottom. South Dade hosting Killian at Harris Field in Homestead. South Dade already has a loss in the district. They desperately need this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to fathom that South Dade is one loss away from being eliminated. A year after they won the state championship, historic year. You knew they had lost some kids. They were going to have to rebuild a little bit. But, I mean, the only reason I'm going to pick against them is because Killian, I think that defense is one of the best in the state overall. And Jaquan Johnson, Sheldrick Redwine, those guys, they really just have a knack for showing up in these types of games. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks do it, but I'm going to go with Killian.
I wouldn't be surprised either, just because of how competitive this rivalry has been since Nate Hudson took over at South Dade. But I'm also going with Killian. I think they're going to have last year's regional semifinal in their mind as they take on South Dade, and they would love nothing more than to eliminate them.
And people forget, they were the district champs last year, so we'll see.
Right. We take it up the Turnpike and over the 874 to Tropical Park Southwest against Ferguson, District 15 showdown.
Yeah, and then that's going to be huge because, again, you look at it right now, Ferguson can make this a two-team district now. If they win this game, it's them and Belen the week after. But when's that district ever been easy? I mean, it's always a battle. I think, honestly, I mean, Ferguson is my potential pick to win it eventually down the road, but I think Southwest is going to make it interesting, is going to put that first piece in, I guess to say, to start that tiebreaker. I'm going to go with the Eagles.
You're right about Ferguson. They have a lot of potential. I'm going to go with the two-time defending district champion, Southwest. Actually, my alma mater, Southwestera. Dale. I can't believe I just did that.
You're off. Where's Manny?
Let's move on. Let's move on quickly. In fact, let's leave the county. We're going up to Broward. Cypress Bay and Miramar. Miramar coming off the loss against Flanagan. They're going to come out hungry for this one.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, it's a playoff game. It literally is. I mean, there's everyone else in this district out after them. After those two, and Flanagan is out right now. Flanagan's a champ. All that's left is this clash. Cypress Bay will be ready, but to me, Miramar is still the best team. I mean, like we said earlier in the other segment, 3 times they've looked like a state champion. If they finish, I think they can in this game, or else they're done. So they have to. They have no choice.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough for Cypress Bay. Miramar is going to come out really strong to prove themselves in this one. And now we go to a Broward Palm Beach crossover, the battle of the American Heritages, Plantation against Delray. Andre, you going with the Patriots or the Stallions?
It's a pretty rare meeting when the two sister schools play each other. I mean, I think they've only done it possibly in the preseason, but if you look at Delray Heritage this year, I'm starting to think they can win Class 3A. So it's going to be yet another challenge for Mike Rump's crew over in Plantation, but I think the Plantation American Heritage team is still the best in this matchup.
I really like Plantation American Heritage, what Mike Rump has done. They've traveled all over the place, gotten big wins, and I see them getting another big win against Delray here. Now we take it back down to Dade County. Central and Carroll City. Central can wrap up the district, sweep through it with a win here.
Yeah, and I think they will. I mean, there's a clear disparity between them and the rest of the teams in that district. They've shown it. You look at the results. The Chiefs, though, very capable of turning around next week and beating Norland, as we talked about, and then creating that tiebreaker. But for this week, I think the Rockets take care of business.
Yeah, I have Central winning again easily, just again on another level here. We stay in Dade County. Booker T. Washington against Norland. Andre, who you got?
Same, very similar to the previous matchup we just talked about. I think Norland, solid team. Again, their big game is next week against Carroll City. And this one, I think they're going to be overmatched. And by halftime, I think Booker T starts to pull away.
Yeah, I think Booker T had that one slight slip up against Northwestern where they had to battle that one out to eventually win it. But I have them cruising again in this one. Now we go to the school we're at right now, Matter Academy against Miami Springs. Matter Academy, the Lions looking to clinch their first playoff berth. What do you say?
I mean, ever since the spring, I think, even last year, I thought this team had a chance to make the playoffs last year. It was kind of a toss-up, between them and Springs. But you look at what they've done this year, the schedule they put together, the way the defense is playing right now, 3 consecutive shutouts. I think they've only given up 6 points overall in the district. I'm not backing down from what I've thought since media day and before, that I thought this could be a playoff team. I'm going with Matter.
Springs was a team that came out of this last year They're going to come in hungry after that loss to American. But if I had the headgear here at Matter Academy like Lee Corso, I would put on the lion right now because I'm going with Matter Academy to win this one.
Hey, but the budget didn't allow it, so we don't have heads to put on. So
nope, sorry about that. Well, that wraps it up for another edition of the Miami Herald High School Football Gridiron Report.